Today I'm going to teach you an exercise to help metabolize the waves of intense emotional experiences. What happens with emotions is that we will have a tendency to hold our breath and freeze those emotions at their crest, at their highest point. Emotions, they generate a force of energy, and that energy, it has a cycle to it. And when we hold our breath, it basically freezes that energy into a tightness that we store within our body and within our energy field. And when we hold that with intensity, it will fester and it will integrate into our body, and then it just becomes a part of our vibe that lowers our vibrational blueprint. So I want you to find a quiet place. This will not take very long. And you can start by scanning your body from head to toe. If you close your eyes, it will help to place your awareness from out there to in here. And see if you can find where the physical sensation of that emotion is stored. If you cannot find a location, then you can focus on your heart center. For now and for this exercise, we're going to focus on the physical sensation of it. See if you can notice if it has a color. See if you can find how big it is. And then we are going to place ourselves in a sphere, a container. We are going to call on the light of the God that you pray to, the God of your understanding, setting the intention of only connecting to what is real and holy and true. Ask to bring in a light that holds the essence of peace and a love that surpasses all understanding. This light can be whatever color it needs to be, or you can choose a color. White is like spiritual rain that cleanses the soul. Purple can transmute anything that is particularly difficult. It is a very potent color. If you are struggling with anger or sadness, grief, and loss, see what pink feels like. Pink holds a softness, a sweetness that can calm and can nurture. So allow that light to move throughout all of your body and to fill the container of your sphere. Allow that sphere to expand 6 to 8 feet to the left, to the right, in front of you, behind you, to encompass your auric biofield. And then I want you to bring that color into the area where that physical sensation is stored. And we're going to ask for this light to also be infused with the extreme opposite of whatever emotion you are working with and working through. If it is anger, we are going to ask and intend to bring in a peace and a calm. If it is sadness, we are going to ask to bring in a greater love, a softness, and a comfort. Whatever it is, we are bringing in an extreme opposite and infusing that energetic imprint with this vibration and this color. Now, what we're going to do now is we're going to give this intensity and this locked up energy space to express itself. So I want you to expand the boundary of where that energy is stored off to both sides, the bottom and the top, the front and the back, and just give that energy room to move. Expand that boundary beyond your body. Allow it to fill the room that you're in. expand that energy, given enough space to express itself throughout all of your city, the state that you're in, throughout the country, from ocean to ocean. See how much room it needs. Allow it to expand beyond the globe that is Earth. If it's something really big, you can allow it to expand throughout all of the solar system, throughout the galaxy. And while you're doing this, your sphere is expanding with this intensity, this energy. So now you have a sphere that has expanded throughout the galaxy. And then I want you to notice how the intensity of that emotion has softened. Take a deep breath. Exhale and allow any tension to release. Take another deep breath. Exhale any tension. And then what we're going to do now is we are going to send out 3 very strong pulse waves, only of the color of love and the opposite energy that you sent out that is of a higher expression. Send 1 pulse wave all the way out, even beyond the boundary of your sphere, a 2nd pulse wave, and a 3rd. And what that is going to do, it is going to neutralize all of the energy that you send out into the ether. What you send out will have a tendency to come back to you. And sending out those 3 pulse waves is going to neutralize the energy that you just sent out into the ether. Now bring your awareness back to that energy that you were working with originally. And then I want you to pull back your sphere. Pull it back into the boundary of our solar system. Pull it back into the globe that is Earth. Pull it back from ocean to ocean, into this country, into your state. Pull it all the way back into the room that you're in. Pull that sphere back into your body, all the way down into that area that you're working with and working through. And now that you have released all resistance, I want you to shrink and shrink and shrink and shrink and shrink that sphere, making it tiny, 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 smaller than a pea, smaller than a grain of sand, until it finally disappears. And notice how that intensity is either completely gone or significantly reduced. My hope for you is that you can cultivate a deep inner peace within your soul and with the world. Bye for now.